12-minute mentor, coming to you live from LA. How's it going? Happy summer. Kids are getting back into school mode soon, at least ours are. Hope everybody's having a good time. I wanted to share with you a little story. Back in the early 2000s, I was an event manager working for a multi-billion-dollar direct sales company on the corporate side. And this company actually paid Jim Rohn a salary. They paid him, a annual retainer, basically, to be the main corporate speaker that would fly around the world to all the different markets, from Asia to Europe to the United States to South America. And he would fly all around and speak at these giant conferences. Many of them had in upwards of 30 to 40,000 people. The Asia events would have 15 to 20,000 people. And Jim Rohn would be the keynote speaker at all of these. He was a living legend. For those of you that don't know who Jim Rohn is, look him up. He's a legend that unfortunately passed away here about 5 years ago, but he's in the direct sales industry. He is an absolute legend. Motivational speaker, just a real genuine down-to-earth guy, and very relatable, and someone that teaches really tried and true messages, a lot of them on biblical principles. So I was able to relate to him, although at the time in my 20s, I didn't really appreciate what I had with Jim Rohn. But the biggest thing that I took away from the time that I got to meet him, one time I was on an airplane with him. I got to be backstage with him at least a dozen times over 3 years, being able to talk to him personally and meet him. Regretfully, I never got pictures or autographs, but boy, looking back, I really learned a lot by listening to his words. And one of the biggest things I learned from him is why people stop chasing their dreams. Why do people give up on things so easily? Why do people not follow through? Why do people not be consistent or have self-discipline? Why don't people go all the way to the top of their company? Why do people get really excited for a month or 2 or 3, maybe 6, and then it's on to a new company? Because they just can't keep the momentum going. Why do people stop doing the things they know they need to be doing, even though they don't feel like doing it? Why is it? And his answer, was so simple, and I never have forgotten that answer because it's so true. What he said was, it's just as easy to do it as it is not to do it. It's just as easy to do it as it is not to do it. And he illustrated this by an apple story, and he said, if I told everybody it was proven you would live 10 years longer if you just had an apple a day, every single day, and would everybody do it? And he said, no, not everybody would do it. In fact, most people wouldn't do it. And you think, well, why on earth wouldn't you do it if you just had to eat an apple every single day, a day, and you'd live 10 years longer? Why wouldn't you do it? And he just said, again, it's just as easy to do it as it is not to do it. So even though the rewards would be incredible of health, better health, financial rewards, getting to those goals that you want in your life that allow you to be financially secure, that allow you to be able to chase your dreams, it's that it's not the work that it takes. It's easy to eat an apple. It's not the work that's hard. It's not the work that itself is difficult. It's the motivation to do it. It's finding that inner burning desire, as Napoleon Hill calls it, to just get up every day and be consistent. Those of you that go to the gym every day know that, yes, it's hard, but once it becomes a habit, if you've ever read the book, The Power of Habit, I highly recommend it. It takes about 3 weeks to really, truly form a habit. Those of you that brush your teeth know what I'm talking about. So people generally understand that if you brush your teeth every day, that your teeth will not fall out. And that's just a rule of thumb. Have you ever met somebody with gross, rotted teeth and you think, how on earth did they let them get this way? Did they let themselves get this way? If you ever see someone who's morbidly obese, I'm talking over 500 pounds, either they have a disease but in your mind you think, wow, how did that happen? How did you get here? And again, it's back to Jim Rohn's words. It's just as easy to do it as it is not to do it. So what I'd love for you to take from that message that I'm paying forward today is just literally think about what it is you want in your life, the very simple things you want, those 2 or 3 things for health, maybe a financial goal, maybe it's a spiritual goal, a personal development goal. Think of those 2 or 3 things and focus on that. Really focus in and starve those distractions, because the number one enemy to progress are distractions. Squirrel. See? That's how quickly you can get distracted from those daily consistent activities. And Jim Rohn was the master. I highly recommend you going on YouTube, putting in Jim Rohn and just listening to some of his talks about mastering your business. It's not all for direct sales. And if you like this message, if you've been just even a little bit inspired, follow me over at 12-Minute Mentor. We just hit 700 followers. That's exciting. We're starting to gain a lot of momentum with that page because I've been consistent every day posting inspirational stuff on 12-Minute Mentor. And also tag somebody in this video if you want, or forward it along to somebody. So thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible week and focus, be consistent, and just be happy, everybody. Have an incredible, incredible week. Bye.